I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the New England Patriots and the New York Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Hey, Haywood! Hey, lock it!
On first down, Allen. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Good. Hey, zoom.
Throwing on first down is Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Pretty good start there on plays 1 and 2.
And not discriminating at all, is he? Make sure he's spreading it around on the first two throws of the game. Two different parts of the field as well.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
47 is the mic.
And again, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Hey, Charlie. Hey.
51, Mike 51. Hey, tight.
Set, go. Get it.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, They remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth.
I'm coming. Check Nick.
Hard. Hey, high seven.
Allen gonna go on fourth down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Throwing on second down. Watson under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Gonna need something special here on third and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Here's Watson, and the throw there gonna be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now a handoff here to his running back. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
You don't know no better.
51's Mike. Mike 51.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Hey, Foxtrot. Ready to go.
Watch the run.
Allen now on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Catch made by Slayton. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. From 19 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season, is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Both sevens and Mike. Both sevens and Mike.
Hey. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike, shoot.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
60 out long.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Allen. That's complete to Slayton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Hey, Sam off.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Go.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. From the left hash, this from 46. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Watson on first down. Herndon's got it complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Watson. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And down he goes at the 49. A 3-yard pickup. From the gun on third, Watson. It's complete to Drake. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Saquon Barkley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
18 Gator. Rock it. Hey, Delta.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go. Ready.
It's Barkley on the counter. And an alley to run. Shifts past him at the 45. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 46 yards. 3rd and long, they keep it on the ground, and it pays big dividends.
Sometimes it's a surprise to the defense. 3rd and long, you expect a pass. You catch them off guard. In this case, you're exactly right. It paid huge dividends. Off and running.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here's the tag.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Out of the gun, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Ryan Allen now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility.
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play there just before halftime. 61 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. Gets around him. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And this one all tied as they've gone to the intermission. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to the Motor City to check on the Lions at home in Detroit. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Devontae Freeman has a touchdown there. Lastly, let's check in at our nation's capital, see what's happening with the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Nelson Aguilar, a touchdown catch in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kicks into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Shoot. Watch out.
Look at me. Go. Hey, get it.
They'll run with Barkley, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Hey, lock it.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. He lets this one fly toward the... And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 38 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
PAT up and good by Rosas, and that makes the score 28-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Got his man, that's Harry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Give me that. Give me that ball, defense.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It's caught by Herndon. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Chris Herndon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
This will be fielded at the 6. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Giants. It's a kickoff return of 94 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So he took that one at the 6, returned it all the way to the end zone. An electric return it was, 94 yards to the house. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Drake, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's enjoying a great deal of success. His team is also enjoying a great deal of success.
Yeah, he's got that nice little, what I call the QB lean going right now. You see that little stroll that he's got
swagger
going? Yeah, he's definitely got that. You see him throwing the football, the nice little video. He's seeing that in his head as well because he wants more of that to happen. So anytime you see him that relaxed, that comfortable, usually it's a big thumbs up for his team.
It's been a big highlight day for him. Now Allen, he's going to float this one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for the Giants. 41 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Right up.
Throwing again. Allen. Finds his tight end Ingram. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Down, 30 base.
get it down to the 7. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Allen, dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head. So
better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Yo, go, go.
Stay at home.
Hurry.
51 to Mike. 50.
Hey, exit. Quarterback, don't get nervous. Be
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
You got nothing today. Time to go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
I got you.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's put that team on the bus.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Hey, Alpha. Come, get it.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen, flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton there to make the grab. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Chester Rogers that time. And it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Barkley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Rock it.
On 2nd down, Barkley. Room to run inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. A handoff as they run the counter play. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Look at me. Door. Ready to go.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.